Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Are you busy during the week and have no time to go to the credit union to access your loans? Do you wish there were more days available to you? We can help. Our Loan Saturday is back by popular demand this and every Saturday at the GUT Credit Union Grandance Branch, Excel Plaza. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing that you have access to your credit union even on a weekend. So come on in and take advantage of our services every Saturday. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is Network News, Thursday, July 7, 2022. In the headlines, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell focuses on food security, ICT, and trade following CARICOM Head Summit in Suriname. Grenada national senior men's volleyball team encounters substandard accommodations in Antigua. Subi's resident Dexter John charged with non-capital murder. 7-year-old Jewel Alexis of Grenadian parentage becomes the youngest person to speak at the White House National Day of Prayer. In around the globe, regionally, St. Lucia now has a functioning border management control system. Internationally, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson steps down as Conservative Party leader. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada crumble against St. Lucia in the Windward Islands Under-19 tournament. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Hello again, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste with Network News. Controversy has slammed the organizers of the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association Championship as participating national teams encounter substandard living accommodations in Antigua. The Grenada national senior men's volleyball team is among those affected. Jared Joseph reports.
This is less than satisfactory. I would describe it as less than human accommodation.
Manager of the Grenada National Senior Men's Volleyball Team describing the substandard living conditions encountered as they participate in the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association Men's Championship in Antigua.
We're saying that this is less than satisfactory for the team to be staying in. Guys cannot take a proper shower. Guys cannot get rested up to now. They said that breakfast was supposed to be delivered. Guys haven't eaten. We have a game to play soon at 1 o'clock.
It's now almost 10 o'clock.
Look at the condition of the rooms. There's no proper running water. The smell of mold, the painting, and all of that.
Having spent one night at Anchorage Inn, various teams, including Grenada, were transferred to another housing facility, which was seemingly still under repairs. Volleyball coach Raphael Braffett explained the situation in an interview with Real News Antigua on Thursday morning.
I came in here after 1 this morning, and some of the guys didn't show for the day. When we went up there, there was nothing like water.
No water.
No water. The room is in a terrible condition. You know, when some place you have gone for a long time and have this mold.
Oh my.
And then they painted, when we reached here, they were painting. So you couldn't imagine somebody going inside a room to sleep, right?
The smell of paint.
Spoke to them about it, and there was no St. Lucia came and said they're not going there.
They're not staying here?
Yes. To tell you more, St. Vincent came here after 2 this morning, right? After the game, when they see the condition, they say no way they're staying here and they're going back home. They find a place for them, right? Why Grenada can get some way? And up to now, we have game 1 o'clock and the players don't even eat nothing as yet.
Not well rested.
You know, and they don't get nothing as rest.
Tyrone Horsford, captain of the Grenada volleyball team, noted that the situation has greatly affected the players.
I'm more concerned of players' performance because we didn't rest properly last night. We took the mattress from inside the rooms and we slept in the hallway because the rooms we can't sleep in the room.
Assistant coach Solomon Jeremiah keyed in on what he believes is a critical factor to the situation.
One of the main problems they're trying to say they're not emphasizing on money. We came up with extra persons. We know that. We are aware of that. We came up with extra persons. And that is one of the points that being carried out. Oh, we still owe them. Yes, we owe them, but the money will be paid to them. But there are extra. We have to pay for 6 extra persons. Monies are paid for 12. Where is the accommodation for the 12?
GBN reached out to Ralph Lord of the Grenada Olympic Committee, who confirmed the situation, while citing that the president of the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association was informed of the issues. Lord said that immediate actions and alternatives will be provided to the national volleyball team. The government of Antigua and Barbuda also released a statement via the Minister of Sports, Darrell Matthew, who noted that he is aware of the plight of the visiting volleyball teams. According to the release, the sports minister has now intervened and instructed the organizers to make alternative living arrangements for the teams as a matter of urgency. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN.
Now, a St. Andrew resident has been slapped with a charge of non-capital murder. Dexter John made his first appearance at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Thursday morning for the weekend deaths of Tyrone Bernard of Telescope St. Andrew. Rena Ped Thomas was at the court this morning.
It was a sad day for two families attending the Grenville Magistrate Court on Thursday morning as murder-accused 33-year-old Dexter John of Subi St. Andrew made his first court appearance charged with non-capital murder for the death of Telescope resident Tyrone Bernard on Sunday, July 3rd. According to reports, Bernard was stabbed on Ben Jones Street, Grenville, while the big parish was in a festive mood celebrating its fisherman's birthday and launching its 2022 carnival activities. Patricia Bernard, mother of the deceased Tyrone Bernard, says that she was in Carriacou when she got the news of her son's death. She wept outside the courtroom calling for justice for her son.
I want to know why people fear. Why they fear in the gang of them. It's not only that guy, it's a whole gang of them and they just don't talk it. Why they fear me, child? Even said that they want to fight with him. Whatsoever, why didn't he face him face to face? Why they have to wait until he turn him back to cut him first when he fall on the ground? For all of them to gang him on the ground and stab him up. Why?
The grieving mother believes that more people were involved in her son's death and asks that the police dig deeper into the incident that took her son's life. Anthony John, father of the accused, Dexter John, says he is heartbroken that one man lost his life and sympathized with the Bernard family. He then indicated that his son was only defending himself when the incident occurred.
They went up to the village road in an action for the job launching, which I suppose everybody will go to. And this guy came, confront him, and try to make a quarrel with him and try to put up a fight with him. He and he wrapped two friends. And they left, they had some drinks selling in a cooler. They put the drinks in the van and they left the guy and they come down to Grenville. And the guy still find a way there and still making remarks to him and saying that he must kill him to the end. I understand that he raised his hand and boxed my son and something and other. After my son left him up there and come down to Grenville, right? And then the scuffle started.
Dexter John was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison to make his second court appearance on July 28th, 2022. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
This story to report. The Royal Grenada Police Force has voiced concern about what appears to be a trend of violent acts in St. Andrew after two men accused of robbing a supermarket in Hope made their court appearance on Thursday. Rena Pett Thomas has another report.
Making their second appearance in court on Thursday was Daniel Samuel, a chef from St. Andrew, charged with robbery with violence and 2 counts of money laundering. He was charged alongside Kenroy Noel of the same parish, who was also charged with robbery with violence, money laundering, in addition to possession of a firearm and discharge of a firearm. Both Noel and Samuel made their second court appearance at the Grenville Magistrate Court Thursday, accused of committing robbery of a supermarket in Hope St. Andrew last month. Daniel Samuel, who police identified as a first-time offender, was represented by attorney Jerry Edwin and was granted bail in the sum of $33,000 with 6 sureties. Kenroy Noel, who police say is well known to the legal system, was represented by Anselm Clouden. He was not granted bail as requested by the prosecution because of the gun Kimon allegedly used was not found, and out of concern for the safety of eyewitnesses in the case. Ranking officer in the Royal Grenada Police Force have expressed concerns about the trend of violent acts in the big parish for 2022. Superintendent in charge of the Eastern District Division, Damian Lee, is making a general appeal to citizens in Grenada to make better choices when faced with altercations.
Therefore, our general appeal to our citizenry, especially to the younger persons who seems to be caught up in the euphoria and don't give a second thought to their actions, we basically appealing to them that at the end of the day, their lives and the lives of others are affected by their actions. So we continue to ask them to stop and think before they act. There's no need for the weapons. There's no need to take somebody's life, because at the end of the day, while you take somebody else home today, maybe your brother or your sister might be tomorrow. All of us is put into grief. There's no joy in this. There's always sorrow for everybody that's in.
Both Kenroy Noel and Daniel Samuel are scheduled to return to court on August 15th. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is looking at new opportunities that can be forged with regional leaders. Food security and ICT are 2 areas of interest following his attendance at the 43rd regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in Suriname. Cherry and Blackman Stephen tells us more.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says Grenada is looking at collaborating with Guyana to tackle the issue of food security. He said he is quite eager to get on board with a proposal put forward by Guyana's President Mohamed El-Fram Ali that looks at a cluster in production and shipping between Guyana, Trinidad and Grenada. In an interview with the Government Information Service after returning from the 43rd CARICOM Heads of Government Summit in Suriname, the Prime Minister said he's also looking to capitalize on the possible opportunities that exist for livestock.
We have a veterinary school here. I discussed with Prime Minister Motley, because she's been collaborating with Guyana as well on some of the livestock issues, with the fact that we may have to look at the fact that Guyana has the land, it has the space, so production may have to take place there. Guyana may have to, Barbados may have to look at a different aspect of it in terms of slaughtering the choice cuts. And I think there's an opportunity for us in Grenada to use leverage St. George's University and the veterinary school to do things like the research, how we treat with diseases and so on. So those are some of the things we really want to pursue, because food security, without question, is probably the biggest threat or challenge that we face, and we have to find ways to deal with it.
The shipping of local honey to Trinidad and Tobago has been a long-standing issue for Grenada. Prime Minister Mitchell says while the cards were not yet played during the recent summit, it's one he intends to tackle after proper preparation.
You know, things like our honey, as you're aware, we have an issue with Trinidad. I chose not to raise it just yet, but I think it's something that we have to work on. And if that means not just from a Grenada Trinidad perspective, but from an OECS Trinidad perspective and a wider area, it's something we have to look at as well. So there are a lot of issues that I think we have to address, but you know, you're not going to solve them at the heads a conference. You're really going to solve them prior to that by doing the kind of work we need to do behind the scenes to make sure that it happens. So I think that is where the commitment has to go into strengthening the Secretariat and the strengthening a lot of the subcommittees and the quasi-cabinet that leads on some of those issues.
Grenada heads the ICT Council for CARICOM, and the Prime Minister believes this area also has some issues to address as a means to cut costs.
Roaming charges, for example, within the OECS and wider CARICOM is something that has to be looked at. We, in my view, also duplicating regulatory space because we have ECTEL and then we have each territory within the OECS having the NTRC. I think that's a model we need to relook because to me it's expensive and cumbersome. I certainly am prepared to support one regulatory model within OECS, and ECTEL is already there. I'm not so sure there's a need for the domestic NTRCs, but that's a discussion we have to have with our colleagues. So I think there are a number of things we need to push, ensuring that we have 100% internet penetration and it's accessible and that the quality is reliable is something we have to look at as well. And then obviously the digital economy is something we need to promote, the coding, the programming, not just in Grenada but throughout the island. So those are some of the issues I'd be happy to take on and lead on.
Prime Minister Mitchell returned from Suriname on Wednesday at the end of the 3-day summit, which he termed a success. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, 7-year-old Jewel Alexis of Grenadian parentage becomes the youngest person to speak at the White House National Day of Prayer. We'll talk about that.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited. Now introducing Portland King Cement, Grenada's toughest and most high-quality cement, engineered with you in mind. Whether it's residential or industrial construction, Portland King Cement has been tested to achieve profound results that you can trust. The choice is clear. Choose Portland King, tougher than the rest. Visit Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited on Dusty Highway. Call telephone number 439-6605 or 440-6605. Or visit our two other locations, Wester Hall in St. David and Dunfermline in St. Andrew.
My name is Veronica Julian Adams. I'm from Leicester, Carriacou. I've been a proud member of Ariza Credit Union for the past 20 years. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union because of what they were offering at the time for low-income people like myself. My experience with Ariza leaves me feeling as a millionaire. My pocket is never empty. Ariza even helped me to secure a loan, which I assisted my son in building a boat, so now I'm part owner of a fishing boat because of Ariza. And I'm looking to do a lot more with Ariza because they make everything so easy and affordable. Thank you, Ariza, for enhancing lives for the past 75 years. I am one of those lives, and I'm proud to say you're the best. Thank you, Ariza.
They are the few, the strong, the elite. Grenada, get ready as our sporting gladiators go for gold and glory at the World Championships. Follow every throw, stride and jump from July 15th to the 24th. Capture the action daily on GBN television. It's the World Championships. The dream continues.
James is going to win it.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. A small gesture can go a long way. In the end, only love wins. My colleague Christina John shares this special story with us.
Today in Grenada, I have come to spread love, give food to the hungry, give clothes to the naked, and if people need diapers, they could contact us.
7-year-old Joel Alexis Josie may be small in stature, but is making a big impression. She has set out on a path to helping others who may be considered less fortunate in countries around the world. Young Joel is also the youngest person to speak at the White House National Day of Prayer. Speaking with GBN, Joel tells of how this journey began.
Today, I've been watching TV and see people getting killed, destroyed, and even getting sick. So I say, Mommy, I need to do something. And she said, what am I going to do about it? I say, let's make some food and then place it in some people's doormats. And then she said, how's it going to work? By calling my accelerate NRIs myself. So I planned it when I was 4 years old, and now I'm still working on it and to spread love to the people who needs it. I am a child of God.
One of her biggest supporters is her mom, Shelly-Ann Alexis Josie, co-founder of Accelerate and the Rise Foundation, Inc. Alexis Josie is Grenadian by birth from the parish of St. Andrew. The two, along with one of their board members and two of Jewel's little helpers, were on island this past 2 weeks, engaging with people.
I just want to encourage us as adults, no matter what our capacity in life is, no matter what our status is, to demonstrate to our children that indeed love wins. We cannot rise without lifting someone else. And this is why we came up with this tagline, we rise only by lifting others. Now the name Accelerate and Arise, it pushes us, it propels us to move quickly, to claim our young people, to move quickly and spread love, to move quickly because we see what is taking place in our society, and love is really diminishing, love is lacking even in our families.
With their tagline being Only Love Wins, Shellyan says they have been able to accumulate items and other contributions from donations from the New York Food Bank, from organizations, churches, friends and family back in New York, to whom she says they are forever grateful.
So thus far we reached out to 2 pre-primary schools in St. Andrews, that is the Battle Hill Pre-Primary School as well as the Marquee Pre-Primary School. We reach out to a young lady that is about to graduate from high school whose mother passed away, and so we reached out to her supplying her ball gown, shoes, whatever she needed to make that day a memorable one for her. We reached out to the parishioners of the Deblando RC Church.
Here's a rendition from Joel to remind us that love conquers all.
Yet still I rise, never to give up, never to give in against all odds. Yet still I rise high above the clouds. At times I feel low, yet still I rise.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Heartwarming, to say the least. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, dear one. Other news, Grenadians were among more than 300 primary school students in the ECCB member countries who are now better equipped for their transition from primary to secondary school, having participated in the ECCB's Grade 6 primary school mentorship session. Here's the report.
The Regional Interactive Forum provides students from ECCB member countries the information and skills geared at preparing them for the secondary school environment, shaping their social skills and enhancing their knowledge of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union ECCU financial system. The section forms part of the ECCU Primary School Mentorship Program, which was initiated in 2007. The program is administered in grade 4 to grade 6, one from each ECCB member country, and is designed to ensure that the students are mentored for their last 3 years at the primary school level. Here is a short piece of the session.
Men and boys, you tend to have development of facial hair. So those of you who have brothers and bigger brothers and daddies, you have a mustache. You might get a beard. These are normal changes that you expect. For girls and boys, you start to develop pussy hair growing under the arm and over the pubic area. That is normal. So I want everybody to chant with me the word normal. Say normal for me. Normal.
The ECCB partners with various individuals, government ministries, and institutions to deliver the program, which involves financial education and social skills development. The students participate in group exercises, class presentation, and other fun educational activities. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Senator Adrian Thomas, Minister of State with responsibility for agriculture and lands, fisheries and cooperatives, says he feels like he has returned home as he began his stint in the Ministry of Agriculture on Monday. He says his government has a serious plan for developing the agriculture sector.
After spending 20 years in the Ministry of Agriculture, and here I am again, I basically feel like I have returned home. Well, the beauty about it, I did not come into the Ministry of Agriculture wondering what will be done. The National Democratic Congress has a serious plan for agriculture, so it's not a matter of what has to be done in what will be done in the Ministry of Agriculture, but what the whole question of we have to transform the Ministry of Agriculture. We know exactly where we are going and what we want to do, and the Ministry of Agriculture will be one of the main pillars in moving the economy and transforming Grenada. So we're quite positive and show exactly what we want to do and where we want to take agriculture.
He says special attention will be given to fisheries as part of improving the sector.
Fisheries obviously is very important, and it has been one of the main pillars that is responsible for bringing a lot of foreign exchange into Grenada. We'll want to enhance that. We are contemplating also of not only exporting raw fish, but we're also contemplating of doing some processed stuff and so that we can generate some more foreign exchange. So the fisheries is very, very, very important. We know the value of it, and we know the amount of money that it generates on an annual basis.
All right, we now turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. Recycling plastic bottles, a pilot project aimed at recycling plastic bottles, was launched at the Spice Island Beach Resort on Wednesday.
The project, which will run for 2 months in the first instance, is being funded by Coca-Cola through the Grenada Bottling Company Limited, with support from the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Rainbow Waste Collection Services, and the T.A. Marshall Community College. Plastic waste over the years has become an environmental bane and a hazard to marine life. Citing this and the limited space at the island's landfill, it is deemed necessary to find a sustainable alternative. Ronald Roach, Director of Waste and Wastewater Services at Unite Caribbean Limited, explained how the project will roll out. He encourages people to see the bigger picture in that of protecting the environment.
GBN social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts on the latest developments. The following views are of members of the public and not of the GBN. Kenroy said, "In their future meetings, I look forward to the Grenada Department of Sanitation giving consideration to increasing their collection crew so that the recycled materials can be collected curbside instead of asking members of the public to take same to the collection site, taking into consideration too that the majority of Grenadans, along with Carriacou and Petit Martinique residents, do not own a transport." Empress K said, "It's a very nice idea, but in the future they can have one particular place at each parish collecting and then carry to them, or the garbage truck collect that on one day of each week and bring to them." Gladliness said, "I see a lot of dumping in certain areas in Grenada. Stop the dumping of fridges, stoves, etc. It is very polluting to the environment." Tashi added, "Not only Coca-Cola, but every company using a plastic bottle should put money into this project." Kay said, "On collection, they usually or should pay you, whether 5 cents or 10 cents per bottle. One of the ways to stop littering. Barbados does it, however, it's a great initiative. But in my humble opinion, all countries should have recycled plastic bottle companies, not only shipping them out to be recycled and then reused in their own countries. We have too many plastic bottles, and that can be reused here if we had set up our own factory to do recycling. Furthermore, it should be part of sanitation services to collect them separately or asked to put them in separate garbage bags for collection, just like sanitation services collect old appliances and household items. It can be done." Valma said, "The government collects 50 cents on every non-returnable bottle at at the port. This was designed in the Environmental Levy Act as a refundable deposit which can be redeemed by the importer or recycler when re-exported or recycled. Certainly, these funds should be used as for the purpose legislated as an economic instrument for financing environmental management. Jacqueline said, just plastic beverage bottles? Think of all the other plastic bottles, jars, etc. Great start. Can't see me carrying bottles on the bus to recycle though. Luckily, I don't buy bottled water unless desperate. That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, public advised not to panic as the Airports Authority engages in a full-scale emergency exercise at the Maurice Bishop International Airport on Friday. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a summer program that is fun-filled, safe, and mentally stimulating for your child? Then Destined to Win Summer Explosion is just what the summer ordered. For ages 5 to 16, our program includes arts and craft, reading and mathematics, indoor and outdoor games, dancercise, karate, field trips, face painting, treasure hunting, and more. Destined to Win Summer Explosion runs July 11th to August 12th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. We're located on Tempe Main Road, next to Ned's Rental. Registration only $10. Spaces are limited, so call Mrs. Bartholomew on 403-8282, 405-8282, or 414-8282 to book today.
Spice Mass is back! And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Clark Scott Rum. Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Clark Scott sales van. Win big for Spice Mass with Clark Scott, Grenada's #1 rum.
Sign up today for Fit for Life Kids Summer Program from July the 11th to August 5th, 2022. Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Grenada Trade Center, Monroe, St. George. Educational and fun activities for the kids ages 4 to 14 under the theme focusing on our health and the environment for a better Grenada. Your children will enjoy activities like dancing, treasure hunt, taekwondo, fitness, coastal, a day with doctors and agronomists, introduction to renewable energy and food security, healthy cooking, academics, and so much more for just $275 easy dollars. Early bird and siblings discount. There will be the option for early drop-off and aftercare. It's Fit for Life's Kids Summer Program, July the 11th to August 5th, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Grenada Trade Center. Call 409-3488 or 405-9357 for more information.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
The exciting, dramatic, humorous, and mind-captivating Lions All Mass is Back in 2022, the Lions Club of St. George's and Spice Mass Corporation brings you an evening of comedy, fun, laughter, and pick-on at the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 17th from 3 p.m. Tickets are available from any member of the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Office, Grenadian Optical, Clear Vision, and Gittins Pharmacy. Grand Dance. Admission adults $25. Children 12 and under pay $12. Come relieve your stress through laughter and be prepared to be entertained by local calypso and soca artists. This is an evening you don't want to miss. The Lions and Spice Mass Corporation All Mass, Sunday, July 17th. Grenada Youth Center, 3 p.m. See you there.
We're reporting the news. The Airports Authority of Grenada will stage a full-scale emergency preparedness exercise, Operation Recovery, at the Maurice Bishop International Airport on Friday, July 8. As such, the airport will be closed between the hours of 9 and 11 a.m. to facilitate this emergency exercise. We can tell you, too, the exercise is intended to allow the airlines, fire services, police, general hospital, other agencies, and the Airports Authority the opportunity to practice their respective roles when responding to an emergency at the airport. The general public is advised not to panic, as emergency personnel will respond as if it were a real emergency, using sirens and firefighting equipment. The objective is to ensure that all agencies respond effectively and efficiently to such an emergency. The full-scale emergency preparedness exercise is a culmination of months of planning and coordination as multiple jurisdictions and disciplines. The International Civil Aviation Organization mandates that safety training be conducted periodically to ensure airports are prepared for real-life aircraft emergencies. During the exercise, access to the airport will be restricted and some services may experience disruption. It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISO lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our ISO reporter tonight sends his submissions with concerns. He is requesting intervention from the relevant authority to remedy an issue in the Perseverance area. Our citizen journalist claims that many people living in the populated area now suffer from some form of respiratory illness and are taking medication. He added that rodents have been frequenting the area. He is hoping that tonight's ISO submission can shed light on their concerns in the area. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
We'll be back shortly with the weather and the sports news.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Dance, Victoria Street, Glendale, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Kittens Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, partly cloudy and windy, becoming fair at times with a few brief light isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Wind east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. Tides high at 8 p.m., low at 3:30 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 5:49. As to 3-day weather forecast, on Friday, July 8, partly cloudy and windy with light isolated showers, increasing in cloudiness and showers during the night with a medium chance of isolated thunder. On Saturday, July 9, cloudy and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times with light to moderate morning and nighttime showers and a low chance of thunder. And on Sunday, July 10, cloudy and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times with light to moderate daytime showers. That's the weather. Good evening, sporting fans. First off, the St. Andrew's basketball fraternities inter-village basketball tournament continued Wednesday in a matchup between Yolan Bain Snipers and Airstrip Ballers. Yolan Bain Snipers were victorious 66-47 over Ballers, as Tamani Joseph top scored with 26 points and 8 rebounds, and Enel Bernard 13 points and 15 rebounds. For Airstrip Ballers, Kester Gordon scored 14 points and had 5 rebounds, and Bob Julian 16 points and 8 rebounds. Now, skipper Devoni Joseph scored 23 runs and Mahid Lambert 24 as Grenada crumbled against St. Lucia in the Winlot Windward Islands Under-19 tournament. Grenada reached 76 all-out on day 1 before reducing St. Lucia to 149 all-out, as Kervin Gangadine captured 3 wickets for 17 runs, while Kurt Murray and Kelshon Andrew took 2 wickets apiece. Captain Devoni Joseph spoke on his team's performance after day 1.
Well, day was fairly well. I could say starting off with the bat under the tough conditions was very difficult for our batsman. But nevertheless, it's cricket. We had to pull through. We pulled through with the bat a little bit. later down in the game, but nevertheless.
All right, so 76 all-out batting first, definitely not the start that you're looking forward to. How did the wicket play? What sort of impact did the wicket have on that performance?
The wicket was wet with the conditions, the fast bowlers, hats off to St. Lucia. The fast bowlers take a lot of opportunities. They took the catches and they do everything that they were supposed to do at the day,
St. Lucian captain Tariq Edwards, who captured 3 wickets for just 9 runs, while top scorer with 38, also gave a summary after day 1.
Today I would describe it as good and bad. But we're going to look at the positives and try and get ourselves on the negatives. But today I was really satisfied with our boys bowling effort, and our batting could have been better, but we did good enough. But good enough is sometimes not able to win the game.
What are some of the areas you think you did well with the ball, being able to dismiss Grenada for 76?
Yeah, well, guys, they executed very well. We trained really hard on our bowling, and our bowlers are very qualified for these kind of conditions, and our bowlers did very well.
Lunch on day 2 saw Grenada batting 43 for 3 after 18 overs, with Mahid Lambert on 20 not out and Devoni Joseph an unbeaten 14. At the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, Dominicus scored 186 on day 1 and were 82 for 8, leading by 193 runs at lunch on day 2 against opponents St. Vincent, who were reduced to 75. Finally, Guyana easily defeated Leeward Islands by 10 wickets in the second round of the Cricket West Indies Women's Rising Stars Under 19 T20 Championship at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy on Wednesday. Electing to bat first, the Leewards were bowled out for 61 all-out in 18.3 overs. Ria Liana Grimon, who earlier picked up 2 for 9 from 3 overs, returned to star with the bat as she struck 6 fours in a 33 not-out knock off 29 balls. The USA also recorded their second win over Windward Islands by 8 wickets at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. Janelia Glasgow top scored with 28 as the Windwards posted 105 for 5 from their 20 overs. Lasaya Mulapudi top scored for the USA with 37, which included 6 fours, and Lisa Ramjeet, 36 not out, took them to 106 for 2 in 17.4 overs. Janaba Joseph scored a match-winning 56 not out off just 33 balls to set up the easy win by 7 wickets over Barbados, who put on 114 at the Brian Lara Academy. Well, that is the sports news for the time being. In the region, St. Lucia now has a functioning border management control system. As all we know, the Immigration Department and experts behind the software unveiled the new system at the GIS studios on Monday. HTS News Force has more.
The new border control management system can see travelers spending less than 10 seconds on the line in immigration. The first phase saw the rollout of the software at the George F.L. Charles Airport, the Rodney Bay IGY Marina, and Ferry Terminal in Castries. Radix BCMS of Gamma IT Solutions provided St. Lucia with the technical expertise for the border control management system.
The most important part of the border control management system is, of course, making your borders secure. But you also want to grant a nice travel experience upon crossing the border, not waiting in line too long. So when the online ID card system is in place, all the information should be retrieved up front, and then the processing of each traveler should be around 8 to 10 seconds only, which is a large reducement of the processing time as it is now with the physical card.
Travelers can also experience shorter waiting times at the Immigration Department with the new system in place.
St. Lucia has been without a functioning border management system for some time now. With the help of the RADEX team, we have a state-of-the-art modular border management system, which means that in going forward,
The story to report, leader of Alliance for Change, AFC, Kenroy Ramjatan, is making it apparent that the decision not to enter into a new Cummins-Berg Accord with a Partnership for National Unity, APNU, should not be interpreted as a departure. Instead, he said it is an opportunity for the AFC to strengthen its support base in preparation for the 2025 elections, while maintaining a close relationship with his fellow party in opposition. More from HGP TV.
Speaking via a telephone conversation with Nightly News on Wednesday, leader of the Alliance for Change, Kenroy Ramjatan, sought to clarify the party's intended withdrawal from its coalition with APNU on the grounds that the agreement which binds them together, the Cummins-Berg Accord, will come to an end on December 31st, 2022. He said the decision was made at the party's recently concluded National Executive Conference, where a majority of the delegates agreed that the partnership with the coalition should conclude, and that leading up to the 2025 general and regional elections, the AFC can consider returning to the coalition, provided that there is a revised Cummins-Berg Accord.
We will still have a very close working relationship. But it's like when you have a contract for a 2-year period, a 3-year period, and it comes to an end, and then that is what, because some people in my party had wanted to remove immediately. I said, no, we have it could be ended at the end of the next December, that is this December, and let us work towards keeping our contractual obligation.
Further afield, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has resigned as Conservative leader, saying it is clearly now the will of Tory MPs that there should be a new leader. He pledges to stay on as Prime Minister until his successor is chosen, but a growing number of Tory MPs say he has to leave number 10 now. The Conservatives will now have to elect a new leader, a process that could take weeks or months. Prime Minister Johnson delivered his resignation speech on Thursday morning.
Clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister. And I've agreed with Sir Graham Brady, the chairman of our backbench MPs, that the process of choosing that new leader should begin now. And the timetable will be announced next week. So I want to say to the millions of people who voted for us in 2019, many of them voting Conservative for the first time, thank you for that incredible mandate, the biggest Conservative majority since 1987, the biggest share of the vote since 1979. And the reason I have fought so hard in the last few days to continue to deliver that mandate in person.
Stay with us. We'll be back to remind you of the headlines. tuned for continued programming on the Grenada Broadcasting Network, but first a reminder of the headlines. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell focuses on food security, ICT and trade following CARICOM Head Summit in Suriname. Grenada national senior men's volleyball team encounters substandard accommodations in Antigua. Subi's resident Dexter John charged with non-capital murder. 7-year-old Jewel Alexis of Grenadian parentage becomes the youngest person to speak at the White House National Day of Prayer. In around the globe, regionally, St. Lucia now has a functioning border management control system. Internationally, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson steps down as Conservative Party leader. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada crumble against St. Lucia in the Windward Islands Under-19 tournament. If you miss any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. You can follow us online at gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's all from us in our newsroom. Thanks for joining us. Good night.